Hello everybody, I am Kalinda and I'm here today to talk about mindset. Why is that important? I often see in platforms or when I'm out talking to people, they say that mindset is woo-woo or voodoo or fluffy. Ever heard that about mindset? And I'm here to help you understand why mindset is the key to everything. So before I dive into that, let me give you a little bit of a background story. So about a decade ago, over a decade ago, I was working in corporate, doing what normal people do, working normal hours, raising kids, getting, going through the grind, right? You get up, you go to work, you come home, you take care of the kids, take care of the house, maybe get 3 minutes to yourself, go to sleep, reset, do the whole thing again, right? All the way till Friday. If you're lucky, you get every second Friday or Monday off, and then you hit the weekend. That's where TGIF came from, right? Thank goodness it's Friday. Now, that was all fine and good. I was living life, everything was good. And then I reached burnout, and I was physically, emotionally, and mentally drained. There was nothing left. I couldn't even get out of bed. And it wasn't just work. I mean, there was stuff happening, major stuff. Family members were getting sick and dying, and I just wasn't feeling good. And I was going to the doctor, couldn't get any answers because all the tests came back normal. Everything looked normal. Life looked normal. And there was something wrong. I just couldn't figure out what it was. So I went through many years where I was suffering excruciating pain, no answers, super frustrated, responsibilities got heavier, energy got lower, and I was frustrated. All that I wanted was to feel good. All that I wanted was to just be healthy and happy and let things just be. But inside, I was riddled with anxiety. I was suffering with panic, and it felt like for every step forward, I was taking one step back. It was debilitating, and nowhere that I turned, there were no answers. Everyone that I went to go see, every expert that I talked to, it was just, there wasn't a pill to fix it. So fast forward, and I ended up being diagnosed with panic attacks and anxiety disorder is what it was. And when I got diagnosed with that, what had happened was they had put me on medication and left me feeling numb. I had 2 kids to raise. I was a single parent. I didn't have time to be sleeping. I had responsibilities. I had priorities. Nobody was paying my bills for me. So stopping was not an option, but going wasn't possible. So what do you do? It was the most frustrating thing. And I ended up needing to take 4 months off because I could not get out of bed. I couldn't even set a date in my calendar. I remember the insurance company called me back in the day, and they're like, okay, well, when are you going to go to your doctor? I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know if I can wake up for my appointment. There was just no rhyme or rhythm. There was nothing I could do to predict any moment of my day because my body was just going to do what my body did. It didn't care what responsibilities I had. It was done. And so when you get to that place, it gets really scary. When you're in that much pain and you're that frustrated and there are no answers, it's really easy to give up. And if it wasn't for my kids, and if it wasn't for a boatload of tenacity, I can't guarantee that I would be here. But I remember I was laying in bed one night and I was in so much pain and I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. But my head was going to all of these different places, and it was the thoughts that were inside that were creating so much turmoil. And so what I had done is, in that moment, I thought, if I spend this much time thinking about these things, what'll happen if I flip it? What happens instead of thinking about the disaster? What happens if I put all that energy into finding the solution? Then what? And it didn't happen overnight, let me tell you. It took time. But what I had done is I flipped my stinking thinking. And if you've ever experienced panic or anxiety, you know how difficult that is. It's not, I often hear people that have the solution for anybody with anxiety or panic disorder. Well, just don't think like that. Thanks, Dips, we thought about that. But it doesn't work that way. And it takes an enormous amount of effort to be able to pull the thought back and think of the opposite. So think about the positive, right? And in that moment, when I had that thought, I wasn't just thinking about what's possible. I was thinking about being in the moment. So if you look at the past, right? If you look at your thoughts, how many times are you thinking about the past? And then, how many times are you thinking about the future? If you're thinking about the past or you're thinking about the future, you're wasting the moment. And that's where we get into trouble. We waste so much time thinking about the past and thinking about the future that we can't just be where we are and make the most of this moment. And once I figured out how to actually do that, life became really good. I ended up beating anxiety disorder in 2012. I shifted out of corporate to my own business. I retired when I was 45, 2 days before I turned 46, but still 45. And I get to spend doing every day what I love. I have never had a panic attack since, because I figured out that the body remembers what the head forgets. And if it wasn't for me really figuring out my mindset, I don't know where I would be today. And so it's not woo-woo. It is literally the foundation of the life you really want. And I hope this video has given you an aha, and I would love to hear your comments below. See you soon. Bye for now.